Hey everybody, what's going on? Eric here. Hope everyone's doing well out there in YouTube land. And today's video is going to be about something that I just purchased that helps you be wireless, Bluetooth wireless. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, what's going on? This video is going to be about being wireless, getting rid of the patch cords and the bonding wire that links you up between your computer, your audio interface, or any other device that you're using that you want to listen to. Now, I've been trying to become wireless with the guitar, and I achieved that using the Joyo transmitter and receivers. One of them is plugged into the UX2, the audio interface, and the other one plugs into the guitar. And I kind of modified mine a little bit to where it's not sticking out of the guitar and your leg is hitting it or anything else. I made a clip for it, and it just goes right on your guitar strap, out of the way, and it doesn't even bother you. So what I ended up doing a long time ago, my laptop is supposed to have Bluetooth in it, and come to find out that there is no Bluetooth card, but it does have a light up Bluetooth logo on the top of it, and yeah, it doesn't work. There's no Bluetooth card inside of it. So what I ended up picking up is a little transmitter receiver. This plugs into your USB, and a while back on the Line 6 forums, they were talking about, for the Amplify 150 amplifiers, that they were going to make a program for either Apple and Windows, or just Windows, not Apple. I can't remember exactly what the words were, but they were looking at putting an interface on the computer. That way you won't have to use a tablet anymore. So I picked up the little Bluetooth USB thing, and the Line 6 amplifier has a Bluetooth on it too. So I figured, okay, well, maybe I can get them to link up and stuff like that. Well, so far that hasn't happened, where Line 6 has made some type of interface that would go on the computer. So I figured, well, can it become wireless with headphones? And yes, you can, but not this way. When you're using a audio interface, basically what you're doing is you're cutting out the audio card that is in your PC, your laptop, whatever you're using, and now your audio interface becomes the sole audio card that you would use, that would normally be in your computer. Well, come to find out, I bought a cheap set of headphones, which I do not recommend. These things are crap. The sound is terrible on them, and just overall construction is very poorly. So, but it was enough to get me started into thinking of how I'm going to do this and how I'm going to get this to work. So using the USB Bluetooth receiver and transmitter and receiver, what happened was, when I connected up with the headsets, it would shut down the UX2, my audio interface. So I had no guitar input and no output or anything coming from the UX2. It basically shut it down. So digging into settings and stuff like that, I tried to see if I can get the audio interface and the sound card that is on board on this computer or laptop to work together, and I had no luck. So it's either going to be one or the other, not both. So I was trying to figure out, okay, well, how can I do this to where I can basically break the bond of being wired? Now, my Sennheisers, I've been using these things for, shit, I have 4 years now, something like that, and I love them. They're really great as far as sound quality goes. It's next to natural sound as you can get, and I'm trying to get another pair of headphones that will give me the same sound quality as these Sennheisers do. Now, those Bluetooth headsets that I picked up, these are not going to give you that sound quality. They are just not, they're cheap, okay, very, very cheap. The headsets that I ended up picking up that are basically the in-ear buds, these guys here, they're supposed to be like little monitors. they do not give you the same sound quality as the Sennheisers would either. Not very much of a natural sound, but with equalization, you can get them to sound better. Same thing with the Bluetooth headsets that I just showed you. With some equalization, you can get them to sound a little bit better. I would say you can get the earbuds to sound more better than those Bluetooth headsets. So how the hell am I going to do this? How am I going to get my computer to be completely wireless, you know, get rid of the bonding cable and everything else, as far as wanting to listen to audio and still have my UX2 working? Well, I ended up doing some hunting around and basically picked up a couple of these transmitter and receivers, which actually they're a transmitter and a receiver by the flip of a switch, and they're TaoTronics is what they're called. Now I'm sure this is made in China, and what it is this tiny little box. Yes, a very small box. This box comes with, in the package, you have a USB charger. You've got your audio in, so you would connect this little tiny thing into here, and you could plug this into your left and right channel output of any device, or you could plug this into any type of a headphone. I have a box over here with all of my adapters for headphones. Where did it go? Hate when it happens, when you put something someplace and then you can't find it. Interesting. It was here. Anyways, I have a box with a bunch of different adapters, and there's a adapter that can go on here, so this fits a standard headphone jack. And what you could do is plug this into any audio source, basically, and it'll convert that audio source into Bluetooth. And I have to say that I was a little bit skeptical of this, thinking that it was going to be a shitty product and may work or not work, you know, who knows. But I have to say, this damn little fucker works really good. So, how did I get this thing to wire up to the computer? That'll be next. Alright, so I have two sets of Marshall headsets here. This set here are wired, and they are not Bluetooth compatible at all. Basically, you are bonded by the cable, but the sound quality of these guys is very nice. I was really surprised at how these guys sounded when I plugged them in, and you know, I started using them for basically just listening to normal music off my phone and stuff. You know, still bonded by a cable, but you know, the quality sounds really good. These are the Marshall Bluetooth headsets. All right, so you have an input here that you can be wired. You have your charger, and then you have your power. So how did I get this to work? Well, on the UX2, basically this is the transmitter. There's a switch on the front of it over here that says either transmitter or receiver. I have it set on for transmitter. Now, you cannot do two-way audio with these, so that if you have a microphone or something, it will not go input and output. It'll only do output depending on what that switch is. So here I have the charging wire basically back here. Now, I found out that when the charger wire is left plugged in, you get this little ringing sound. So after it charges up, just unplug it. You've got quite a bit of time on this battery. I was playing around with this thing for 2 hours yesterday, and it didn't give me any warnings or anything that it needed to be charged. So here's your output back here, and basically what I have is just a regular, you know, it's a little bit longer than the cable that it came with, but here is the adapter that I was talking about. So I ended up plugging this into the headphone output of the UX2. I also have a volume control right here, and the volume control works with sending out the signal to the Bluetooth headsets. Now, very simple to get this thing started. You turn on the headsets, and the light will light up, and then you push the power button. You got to hold the power button down. And as you can see, it's blinking. Now, in order to get it to pair, you have to tap it twice. and it'll start to pair up with the Bluetooth headsets. I have to tap this twice. It turns blue, and once that stops blinking, bingo, you are connected. That's how fast it works. So now I have Bluetooth headsets, and I will bring up something to play. That way you can hear them. So I'm not going to play this too long because I'm sure that copyright or whatever is going to give me a problem. So now I'm wireless. I mean, I could take this wherever I want to and it'll play. I went upstairs into the kitchen with these yesterday just to see how far these things will go and if they'll start crackling, and it did not. So the distance on this thing works out really good. Now, if you want to turn your TV set into a Bluetooth headset to where you're not bothering anybody, you could take this product here and plug it into a TV set. Your, say, headphone controls or even just the output of the TV, and get a set of headsets and Bluetooth headsets, and you are not going to bother anybody. Now, the reason why I got two of these, okay, I'm going to set one up as a receiver and this one as a transmitter. And on my Sennheisers, I'm going to take a small wire, get a small wire, and my Sennheisers have a plug on them. And basically I'm going to connect this, and this being so small, I can actually put this on the headsets themselves and still use my Sennheisers. That transmitting, this is receiving, and be Bluetooth with the Sennheisers. Pretty simple, pretty easy, and it works. I mean, I haven't had any problem with this at all. Now to shut it off, you just basically hold it down, and it turns it off. And then you'll see that this will start blinking because it has no connection. And then you got to hold the button down on these to shut them off. And now those are off. So I have the USB plugged in for charging. There's another wire back here that is for the headsets to charge them as well. So as simple as that. Hope everyone is doing well. Hope everyone takes care. And yeah, so that is the little Bluetooth device. These are about, I want to say like $12 on eBay. Pretty cheap. And they work.